So I just came out of one of the craziest dreams of my entire life, I think. And it's one that I remember so frequently or that so vividly right now. And I'd woken up and came back out of it, or went back directly into it. And I woke up twice and pretty much went back into the same exact dream. And the main point that first I was able to see my dad again, and it was so crazy. Um, we were literally in like Dubai or something in some like one of the nicest penthouse suites that I could ever even imagine, with so many rooms and so much beauty and history. And my whole family was there. I mean, except for my brother, but my whole family, like my dad, my mom were there. I had friends there. I had friends that I had never even met before that were in there. And it was just so crazy. Even my cats were there, and it was just so crazy getting to see my dad again in health and happiness, and to be able to talk to him the briefly that I did, and just like not even about anything serious, but just like having fun. And it was just such a trippy, wild dream. And then I wake up and I go back into it, and then it gets to this point where I'm talking to these like new friends that I've never really like seen before in my life. And I guess they can tell that I'm hurt. They can tell that I'm lost, inside. And one of them takes me into this other nice room and we just start talking. And the two things that come out to me the most is that I'm not kind enough. And it was said in such a humble and nice way, of like not like a mean way, but like I'm not able to be fully myself and act upon who I am and who I want to be, because I'm not kind enough, and because I still try to control everything, and I can't just go with the flow. I can't just accept. I can't just make a decision and move with it and be okay with that decision and whatever comes with it, and then be able to double back or change if necessary. But man, I don't know if it's a sign that 2026 is going to be the best year of my life, or the blessings that are to come, or if it's a vision of something that is actually going to become a reality, as far as like of that penthouse, or what. But it was just such a beautiful dream, and it was a dream that I honestly wish I could live in. Like, it was so beautiful and insane, and it was such a good dream. Like, nothing bad was happening. There was a few scary moments, but it was just such an incredible dream, to where even like some of the people that I view as inspiration, or that I get a lot of advice from, they were in it, and we were like friends too. And I don't know the purpose of dreams or what they really mean, but it was just such an incredible dream that I know I need to live in the present, and I know I need to live in real life. But I'm telling you, if I could just go back into that dream and live in that dream, man, I mean, that felt so real. It felt so incredible. And I'm telling you that, like, to get that message at the very end of like, you can't control everything, and you need to act on the present and take control of the present, even though I've said it many times. But to get that message in this dream and to hear that, not in a bad way again, but that I'm not kind enough, I'm not graceful enough, I'm not able to just be me and be myself and be okay with what's going on and make decisions without overthinking, and to just live with them and be okay with change, was just extremely eye-opening. And I don't know if anybody has had a dream like this, to where, again, none of this was said in a bad way, none of this was said in a negative way, but it was just such a beautiful dream, man. I really wish I could just go back to sleep and live in this dream for another few hours, because I don't know if I've experienced a dream quite that beautiful. At least that I can remember. And as of recent, my dreams have been way more vivid since I stopped smoking weed. And that's one thing that I'm so grateful for, is that when you smoke weed, you don't dream. Like, they're gone. Like, you don't experience them. And I've had some of the most vivid dreams, even, the night before last was such an insane dream. It had a bunch of mixed emotions, of positive and negative and crazy, and obviously shit that didn't make sense. But dreams are just so beautiful, and I would like to say that they're a sign from God, that it's a message, that it's something that they have truth to, and maybe there's some form of a heaven in these dreams, of like what life could be like. Not even that heaven is going to be this golden place or gates or whatever, but as if maybe heaven is just being able to be with God, but also being able to experience life in a way like it is on earth, but without the need of of things mattering. Like, yes, we were in such a nice area, but it was just because, like, everything in general was just so beautiful. And that's all that I can remember, as far as so many, or that's the most thing that I can remember, is like just how incredible and how beautiful everything felt and was, and to be with my family and to be able to experience things like this again. Like, because like I said, even my cats were there, it's like, it was just such a beautiful dream. And to come out of that dream with that final message before I woke up, of like, you try to still control everything, and that you need to just let go. You need to just make a decision and go with it and choose it and be okay with it and live with it. And that, again, not in a bad way, because the person that said it to me, like I said, I'd never even met before, but they had, or seen before, but they were like speaking to my soul in a positive way, of like, you're just not kind enough. And you can be that person. You can be that person, but you have to be more kind. And I just don't know what exactly that meant, or what that dream truly means, aside from those final few messages that I got. But when I'm telling you, I really wish I understand why people can live in video games, because it's such a ethereal like moment for them. They're able to lose themselves, and I don't think I've ever woken up and wanted to go back to sleep so bad to literally live in that life that I was living in that dream. Like, it was just so fucking beautiful. And it felt so nice and perfect to hear what I was hearing and to see who I was seeing. And I just feel like it's a sign that I'm on my way. Not quitting weed is a huge part of that. Or, I mean, quitting weed is a huge, huge part of that, of being sober and not going back to it, allowing my mind to continue to clear and have more focus and be able to have more vivid and deep dreams. But I feel that it's also a sign that I'm on the right path and I just have to keep pushing forward, because yesterday wasn't that great of a day and I felt really down, and I asked God for a sign before going to bed or in my prayer. And then I get this beautiful dream where I get to see my dad again, and it was just incredible. It really was. And so it's just beautiful to be able to dream again. It is so beautiful to be able to dream again and to be able to start remembering these dreams. And regardless if these dreams make any sense or not, to know that it's going to be all okay. And that it is so beautiful to be able to dream, which is something that you cannot do when you smoke weed or do other drugs, because it literally prevents it. And so, if you haven't stopped smoking weed or haven't stopped, your drug addictions or alcohol addictions that prevent dreams, I highly urge you to. So whether it's, because this is day 37, so whether it takes you a few weeks or it takes you a few months, getting to experience these dreams, getting to experience these ethereal visions and feelings and potential signs are so worth it. And I would rather, even if life can be miserable sometimes, be miserable in the daytime just to be able to experience when it is time to go to bed. Just to be able to experience these beautiful dreams, or dreams in general. I'll take that any day. It is so beautiful to be able to dream again.